We're very happy this year to honor 3 outstanding people and organizations who have made a tremendous difference for animals in our community. We're very excited about this year's Humane Heroes, and we want to share their story with you. Dust Bunny's Boutique is really a great story of young girls who wanted to do something positive to help animals. They're animal lovers and wanted to raise money to help not only the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society, but other animal shelters and wildlife rescues in the region. Their way of helping animals was to make little pets, little animals, and sell them all over the area at farmers markets and shops. What's great about the story is that they just never stopped. They saw some success, they saw themselves having impact, and they kept producing these little toy animals, and they kept selling them and kept giving and really taking nothing back.
Well, Ab was in 4th grade St. Thomas, the Apostles School, and her teacher did a project on helping, Mohawk Hudson Humane Society and a wildlife rescue. And when they were done with the project and collecting donations and money, Abby wanted to do more. She wanted to keep doing something for the animals. So I thought, well, we could try and sell crafts. St. Thomas was having their first annual craft fair. And so we set up a table, and we probably made $100 that year.
Well, there is a story behind the name Dust Bunny's Boutique. We had a lot of guinea pigs. We've adopted a ton of guinea pigs throughout the past few years. And one of our guinea pigs was named Dust Bunny. So the namesake is from our guinea pig.
I think a connection with an animal rights community has been nice, and we've gotten to see a lot of the animals we help. Like, we've been to Woodstock Farm Sanctuary and Catskill, and we've adopted animals from your shelter. And
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Fingerpaint Marketing is truly a community partner, and I think they are a company that puts partner first when we're talking about corporate partners. They think deeply about how they're going to help organizations in the community, and they really look for ways to have an impact. And they involve their entire business. All of the staff at Fingerpaint get involved in their giving. They are not just a place that goes once and writes a check. They are a place that gets engaged with organizations like ours, thankfully, and continues that relationship and really wants to know what our needs are and try to match those needs and think about how they can be helpful to organizations like the Humane Society.
We have a population of employees. I would say that the vast majority of our employees are really passionate about giving back to animals in some way. Most of our folks have adopted pets from somewhere, they're rescues, and it's actually overwhelming when I do surveys of the staff to find out how many people are that passionate about animals, so much so that we actually allow dogs at the office. Any day it could look like a circus. There can be 4 or 5 dogs. We have a pet calendar so people can put their dogs on the calendar and people know if their dogs get along, and at any point there will be a break in the middle of the day for a couple of rounds of 360s with the dogs chasing each other, and then everybody goes back to work. But there's definitely something therapeutic about being able to take a break in the middle of the day to pet a dog. So Shadow was one of the cats that was discovered when we dropped off the stuff at the location on Route 50 in Saratoga, and there was just something about that cat that struck the fancy of one of our employees who went back when she came back to the office. She was like, "Everybody, you have to meet this cat Shadow, he's amazing." And one of our employees was in the market for a cat and immediately was like, "I gotta have him," and went out and adopted him, and now Shadow is a very happy boy in his home in Saratoga with Lizzie. So.
Free to Be Me Rescue is a great group of people. They came together, started a rescue group purely for their love of animals. Their specialty is really what I call the little grumpy growlers, the small dogs, 10 or 15 pounds, that give you a little bit of attitude, sometimes growl at you, sometimes even worse. And they take that attitude and they turn it around by just giving these animals love. And that's what they have to give, and they give a lot of it. And they just keep giving these little grumpy dogs love until they turn them around and find them homes. And everything they do is straight from the heart. They make a tremendous difference for us at the Humane Society, because they take really some of the most challenging dogs in terms of the behaviors that we see, some of the most difficult for us to find homes for, and they find every single one a home.
The mission of Free to Be Me is to try to never say no to a pet in need. We want to be open and available to take the pets that really need us, ones that other groups may not be able to take, and find them forever homes.
We try to take on, we're willing to, the harder cases where I think, as Brett had said, sometimes they might be a little grumpy or they might need extensive medical care. And so we're willing to do that, to take that on. We've got an incredible group of volunteers that support us, because sometimes with medical needs, we could be talking a surgery that, rehab could be, anywhere from 2 to 4 months.
I've had a relationship with Mohawk Hudson for approximately 15 years. Before Free to Be Me, I was rescuing animals, so it's just continued on, and we love to go and help the ones that need our help the most.